Hi friends, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today's video is gonna be my 8th month no buy year check-in, as well as the video how my no buy year changed me. But first of all, cheers. So you know it, I've been on a no buy for 8 months already. I started on the 15th of December. And yes, that has already changed me. That has already impacted my life greatly. It has changed me as a person. First of all, I even stopped eating meat. I'm a vegetarian now and I'm slowly transitioning into being vegan. It's not as easy as being vegan in other places, in other countries, because even things like tofu aren't available in every store. You kind of have to look for it, let alone things like vegan burgers, vegan pizzas, vegan delicacies, if you know what I mean. But I am feeling personal responsibility, as everyone should, for the fact what is going on with the world. I went vegetarian for ethical and environmental reasons, also for for the reason that I honestly don't really like meat at all. I don't like the taste, I don't like the texture. The only times when I ate meat with pleasure was when it was so changed into something only when it was heavily prepared and didn't look like meat anymore, as in part like in ham or the burger in Big Mac. But I mean, that's, I guess, not really relevant to my point of the no buy. But yes, that is that. Another way how my no buy year changed me is that it changed something about my personality and my approach about some things that I considered very important and relevant. Nowadays, I feel like it's not that big of a deal in comparison to what is going on, because things are going on a bigger scale of horrible. The things I deemed more important, like beauty guru dramas, now I view it more like live and let live, because I wouldn't want things to be done to myself that are being done to beauty gurus for different reasons. I still stand by my words that I have ever said in the past, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have said it. I at least hope that I have a fully functioning brain which is capable of processing consequences of my actions. But I've done what I've done. I stand by it, but for my mental health, it is so much better to leave all those things in the past. And I think I have covered a lot of it, a lot of what I'm referring to in my video, why having a YouTube channel sucks. So there is that. But also I understood very important things, that how you should start with yourself, how nobody's gonna stand for you unless you stand for yourself, and you are responsible for a lot of things that are going on, even globally. And like I said in a different video, being apolitical is a luxury, and it is a luxury I can no longer afford. This is very important, and I am appalled by the horrible things that are going on, by the injustices, and I see that my freedoms and freedoms of other people are being taken away, and that is what really matters to me. As for the makeup addiction in my shopping addiction realm, I feel like I have to redefine some things for myself and for anyone who's watching it. I want to redefine the word want, because there are things, makeup things, that I want, but I don't necessarily want to have them. Just because I crave something even physically, like when I see something beautiful and it instantly transmits a message to my brain that I am beautiful, you should have me, get me immediately. I am no longer a recipient of that message, because life works this majestical way that you just can't have all that you want. And again, something that I did again say in the past a lot, just because something is beautiful, that doesn't mean that you should have it. Just because I can admire something doesn't mean that I want to have it and that I should want to get it. Some practical examples: Kaleidos Cosmetics, Kaleidos Makeup, their eyeshadow palettes. They're so beautiful, and I don't want them in that sense of the original meaning of the word want. I do want them in my redefined meaning, which does not guarantee having, basically, and getting. They're very beautiful design wise, content wise, the beautiful color combos. But you can just admire something like a picture of art. You go to the museum and you view beautiful art pieces, but doesn't mean that your admiration is connected to physically having them. That happens in a lot of aspects of our lives, not just the material one, of course. And that brings me to a little life hack that I have for shopping addiction, makeup addiction. I have to say this life hack works for like 45-50%, but that's better than 0%, am I right? And the life hack is if you want something, if you want an eyeshadow palette, whatever, piece of clothing perhaps, whatever you can think of, you put a picture of it on your phone screensaver and just leave it for however long you want it. And I guess what it makes is it gives you a tiny illusion of having something in common with that item, illusion of virtually having that item, and eventually you are getting bored of seeing that all the time and you're not really so obsessed with getting it anymore. I have done that with one eyeshadow palette by Lunar Beauty, Greek Goddess eyeshadow palette, because I'm obsessed with the outer packaging. And like I said, it works for like 45-50%. So of course you have to have a strength in your core to stop yourself, because no one's gonna stop you. No one's gonna hold your hands against your will to prevent you from ordering stuff online and whatnot. So just like in quitting any bad habit, smoking, alcohol, cheers, you have to want it yourself. You have to stop yourself. You have to be your own security guard. Otherwise, it just won't work. Obviously. Can I have an award for saying the most obvious things on the planet? And that brings me to a little topic, which is called breaking no buys. I think that's something that kind of upsets me a bit. I think a lot of people hear the concept of no buy and they think of it as some kind of fashion trend. They want to be a part of the community, a part of the trend, but they have zero idea what comes with it. And because of that, I constantly see in my feeds, you get it, those constant posts like, oh, I broke my no-buy, but this haul is so amazing. And then you see like 5 eyeshadow palettes, 10 lipsticks. And that is so constant, and that's why I link it to what I have just said. You have to be your own guard. It's not a no buy. If you can't keep yourself in control, nobody will do it if you can't do it. So, and it is serious. I mean, it's a bit upsetting when people make some kind of fun. It's upsetting when people make a joke out of it, because it's not a joke, but that's not the fault of those people. People who say they own a low buy but don't count PR. People who say that they own a no buy and receive multiple Natasha Denona palettes from subscribers. All of these guys are kind of turning the idea into a joke, because obviously the idea behind no buy is anti-consumerism, and if you are having this behavior patterns and you're publicly showing them, you are quite literally making a joke out of a no buy, and this is not fair. And that's not a no buy, that's not a low buy. You just want to be a part of little community with zero understanding what stands behind these words, and that is a bit annoying. Again, it's not a big deal, not at all, but it's a bit annoying, I have to say. There's a good thing behind it, that the anti-consumerist ideas have been popularized, but I hope that they will be continued to be popularized without being turned into some kind of a joke. I want to conclude this video by again repeating something, that if you have however money you have as a disposable income, if you have 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever the amount is of spare money that you have, you can buy makeup with the money. You can make yourself happy for 0.5 seconds. That was just me, because when I was shopping, I was only happy for the 0.5 second when, if it's a brick and mortar store, when the cashier processes my purchase, then gives me my bag with my purchases, and then I go just in that moment. But when I was getting home after purchasing that, I would literally put the bag with new purchases somewhere and not look at it for the entire day, for the entire rest of the day. And yeah, you can do that with the money, but with the same amount of money that you can be spent for what I just said, you can literally make a change in the world. There are so many amazing non-profit charity organizations, and there is so much injustice going on in the world, which I can't be indifferent to. And Kimberly Clark talked about it in her Pride Month related anti-haul, and that really clicked. So yeah, that's the thought that I want to leave you with. Thank you very much for watching as always, and hopefully I will see you in next videos. Bye bye.